Jasmine Helsley of JAH Promotions, and you are watching our first video of the music series, the monthly music series on local musicians called Artist Spotlight. David, you kind of named that.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, kind of. David, I saw it on your webpage.
Excellent.
So we are here with our kickoff with David, Stacy, Patrick, and Sean of Voodoo Highway. So I personally know how your band was formed just because of working with you guys. But why don't you tell your fans how you guys became a band?
Okay. Sean and I met through another project we were doing where we were kind of backing up other local musicians that didn't have band solo artists. And we did a few shows that way and clicked really well. And we played with a couple drummers over a few months, and none of them worked out. And then Sean said, "Hey, I know this guy named Patrick." And they had played together before, and that's always a plus if you can find a bass player and drummer that have experienced together. And so the three of us played together for a couple of years. And then Sean again, he's kind of the catalyst for all of this. He said, "Hey, I know this girl that tends bar down at the M&J, and she's an amazing singer." And I met Stacy 2 or 3 times before I ever heard her sing, and she was just really cool to hang out with and nice. And then I heard her sing, and at that point, kind of begged you to be in the band.
I think my answer was, sure, why the hell not?
And then we solidified it.
Oh yeah, with the guitar.
We're like, give her a guitar.
Yeah. So you guys got
no pressure or anything. Here's a brand new guitar for you.
That was kind of her welcome gift. It was serendipitous timing. We had an opportunity, and we really enjoyed her company and her talent, and we knew it was well worth it to have her have something that special. So, because she's that special to the band, she really solidified stuff for us.
Awesome. What challenges do you find in the Central Oregon music scene?
Challenges. Well, I mean, aside from the obvious, people, especially in the last couple of years, have, been talking all kinds of stuff about, oversaturation. There's too many bands in town. People aren't, paying good money for bands. People taking gigs for nothing. And sort of changing the game a little bit in doing that.
I think some of the promoters too need to focus on local acts instead of hiring all these out-of-towners. Unless they're really good, unless they're a well-known band, hire somebody local to do your party. Don't hire some out-of-town Portland band to come down here and take the spot of a local act. And that stuff is, I work with a lot of promoters in what I do on the side, but it's like, do somebody local.
Right.
Focus, because there's a lot of talented guys around here.
Well, it's a balancing act too, that in a town the size of Bend with so few venues, it's really easy to overplay. It's easy to play too often, so that people aren't as excited to go see your band because they just saw you last weekend somewhere else. But then there's also that thing of the gigs that are offered aren't paying what they used to or what they probably should. And so there's this balance of finding somewhere in the middle of that. And it's taken us a while, and I think we're kind of getting there, but it's still, every day you don't know how bookings are going to go anymore.
Yeah, I agree. And most local bands, I would say, could rival any national act coming through here, and it's unfortunate that currently it's not being pushed along. So.
And some of our complaints are not really complaints, but our observations about the local scene don't really have anything to do with how we're being treated. I think about other people and musicianship as a brotherhood, and in a scene like this, the more you bond together, the better the scene becomes, and the more recognizable the scene becomes as a scene. People look at it and go, "Wow, those people really got it together."
So I have personal experience with this just because of living with Brent, but I've found that musicians are one of the hardest working people that I've come across. There's a misconception, I think, that musicians are lazy. And so I just wanted to know what your actual day job is.
Day jobs.
I do work for a sound company. 2 jobs, sound company, and then I have my own little independent business on the side. But yeah, hardworking. I move a lot of freight, set up a lot of shows. A lot of hours, a lot of crazy hours.
A lot of late nights.
A lot of late nights, work my ass off, literally like I lose weight during the busy season. And
And then when he's free, we need him. So.
Yeah, and then so it's really hard to book gigs sometimes because I'm out on a festival tour or doing shows elsewhere, and it's like I want to play my own, instead of set up other people's. But yeah, so this guy, he works in a machine shop, so it's like
I work 10-hour shifts nights, so I actually have to have an agreement with my work that I can leave for a couple hours and have practice during the week, which is nice.
Very supportive.
It's
it all
sweet.
work. So.
That's awesome.
But
I work at MAMA, the medical marijuana clinic. I've been there for like 6 years, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's where you'll find me behind the desk there, answering the phone. Thank you for calling MAMA. This is Stacy. Can I help you?
And
you, Sarah?
I'm finally doing music pretty much full time. I teach at Cascade School of Music here in Bend. I also teach a course once a week for the Bend Pine School District. I play with a few other acts. I also do some session work for people like Brad Jones. So I'm kind of just filling all my time with music, and it keeps me busy because it's a weird schedule. You just go where the work is when it's available.
So my next question is, besides the bands that you're in, who is your favorite local band?
I saw Hobbs play a few weeks ago at Silver Moon. They're killing it. They have a bunch of talented guys. Yeah, really like Hobbs.
I like to run the city a lot. Honestly, I do. It doesn't matter that he's in it at all.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Every once in a while I get to jam with him. It's almost
Oh,
I was
yeah.
gonna say Sweatband.
Sweatband.
Oh yeah.
Sweatband's
One of our
pretty good.
favorites.
Yeah.
Bunch of our bros, and they used to share a spot next to us, but that has nothing to do with.
they're fun.
They're just
And
fun band.
the noise that Electropod is making is cool. With Brad Jones and Gabe.
Agreed.
So what are you guys currently working on, and what can we look forward to, or how do we find out about your future events or shows?
Well, you can always go on to our Facebook page, and that is also connected to the Reverb Nation calendar. So both of those websites work.
We actually have-
finding out.
We have Voodoo Highway Congregation.com is our website. It kind of takes you to the Reverb Nation site right now. We're working on another site, so we'll have a standalone that will be more detailed. But you'll find shows there. You can listen to some music there.
You have an album out currently, right?
Yeah, it's called Part of the Plan. And you can get it at Recycle Music and Ranch Records here in Bend. You can get it on Spotify, Pandora, Amazon, iTunes, all those online outlets.
So for our fan question, we asked our Facebook or your Facebook fans to submit some questions, and we had some excellent questions, but I chose Margie P. Her question, and it was, say hi to Margie. Hi Margie.
Hey, Margie.
How many bands have each member been a part of before Voodoo Highway came together?
Oh, you have to
For
start down there because I
each
can count.
I'm just gonna throw a ballpark figure. 6, maybe 7 bands before Voodoo.
What if just the name changed? Like 4 or 5 times. Like our old
I have it.
trio, we
Name
changed names like 4 times before.
That's
we
the same band though.
I don't count
I don't
that.
know.
Yeah, I can't count that.
Probably 6 here in Bend and probably 8 back in New York 15 years ago. So yeah.
Well, I know I've been in like 5 with you here. So.
Okay, let's add another 10 to that list. Yeah.
I think like 5 or 6, but like you kind of joined the band for a little bit, like it was like a side project-y kind of thing, and then it lasts a little bit of time. But right now in 2 bands.
If I count bands that I played live with and recorded with, I'm up to about 18. But I started in 87,
So what's that
86.
total?
Yeah.
That's like,
Yeah.
I can't do math
a lot.
right now, but
I don't know, like 40.
Yeah, a lot.
excellent.
Yes.
So there you go, Margie P.
Lots
There is your answer to that
Lots of
question.
different
And we will
personalities
never
you guys do.
stop, Margie.
Here's a little
You can't
trivia for you.
stop
One of
us.
the bands I was in once, I think Margie's husband was in that band.
But that means we had to deal with a lot of people, a lot of different people, personalities. good and bad to get here with these guys. You know,
And that's a really great point, because the album part of the plan is a collection of songs. Stacy brought in Strong, but the rest of those songs were songs that I had for a very long time, and I wouldn't put them with other projects that I was in, and as you can tell, I was in 7. So I had a certain sound in my head, and when I found these two guys, that sound started coming through, and I knew it, and so we really started focusing on that. So this was a real evolution of a long time, some music, and the right 4 personalities to make that happen. So.
Oh, I have one more thing. So we are going to start doing awards. So I have an award for you guys.
Already?
Yeah, already. It's kind of a nod to my friend Moxie. We give out awards to people. It's kind of dorky, but whatever. So you get the award for the best dressed band.
Oh, excellent. And today of all days.
Today. Thank you for dressing.
Patrick, look at that. All right.
It's legit.
It's legit.
It's signed and
It's a
everything.
certificate.
So you can hang it up, burn it, do whatever the
Take
heck
that,
you want
Mr.
with it.
Blackwell.
For rocking with style.
You rock with style. You guys are always matching or really just
except for today on Easter Sunday.
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
No, this is practice. So.
This is my Sunday best.
So I have just a couple final things to say. Thank you, Voodoo Highway, for having us here and invading your personal practice space and
Thanks for making us first.
invading your practice. I do have to say a couple of things that have been on my mind just to support local music. It involves so much more than just buying CDs or showing up at shows. You need to tag photos, get a sticker and put it on your car. There's so many ways to support local music because you're basically molding your scene. Pay the covers, tip the band, do whatever you can. So just go out and support local music. And that's it. Bye.
So bye.
Thanks.
Bye.
You guys.
Asta.